Hey, let's go. What's up, guys? Hey, I'm here playing Fortnite today. Fortnite is a battle royale game in the vein of PUBG. I'm sure most of you know what battle royales are, but if you're not familiar, they are 100-player multiplayer games where you drop into a map and you try to survive. You try to be the last person living. So, if you've never played one, you might not understand how hard it is, but you got to move across the map while you have these circles that are increasingly getting smaller, and you can only live inside the circle. So it forces you to move. You can't just camp on the map for the entire match. Eventually, you're going to have to move unless you get a really lucky drop. So let's see here. I was going to say Fortnite, some people are calling it the PUBG killer. I don't really think that's the case. We can talk about that a little bit once we hop in the match here. But first I want to talk about some of the little features we have. I would not have tried Fortnite if it was not free to play. The only reason is because I was playing PUBG previously, and that kind of left a poor taste in my mouth. I haven't played PUBG probably since August or September, so, I know they've updated the game, they've made some improvements, but I just haven't had the feeling of going back. I heard about Fortnite, and I heard that it was similar to PUBG, so I didn't really want to play it. But then about a week ago, I found out that it was actually free, and that you could just download it on Epic Games website. So, that's about it. I said, hey, it's free, I'm gonna pick that game up. So I did, and I love it. I like it way better than PUBG. I know people have different opinions, but I just feel like this is more fun. It's more casual. You can hop in games, get a few kills. If you get killed, so what? You hop out and get into another game. Every time I would play PUBG, I would, not every time I would lose, but, most of the time when I would lose, I would just be mad at myself or my teammates, or, I never left that game feeling good. So, this game is a refresher. Like I said, it's free to play, but they do have microtransactions. That's really how they're going to make their money. They're planning on a full release sometime in 2018, where they'll release the single-player campaign. Currently, if you want to play single-player, you have to buy early access. I'm sure that'll be fun, but I wasn't real willing to spend the money on early access for the single-player campaign. But from what I've heard, it's really cool. It really ties in with the Battle Royale, like the building system and all that. So, without further ado, let's hop into a game and see what we can do. Also, if you're not familiar with Battle Royale, one of the coolest things about it is the queue times are so short. If you compare it to like Call of Duty, it takes like a minute to get into a game with 100 people, and then you could play like Call of Duty where it takes you like 10 minutes to get into a match with, I don't even know, 16 people. It's crazy. So this is the little staging area. What basically happens is the game puts you and all the other players in here until they get as close to 100 people as possible. And then it will start a countdown timer to where the match will start. Once the match starts, you start in like a flying bus, similar to PUBG's plane, and you have the option to jump out at any time, and you can then skydive to your destination. So this is the map from an aerial view, and this is the map from an actual map perspective. There's different named locations. A lot of the time, those are good to land at because they contain the most loot, but a lot of people go to them. I usually make my money over here at Snobby Shores, so that's where I'm going. One thing that is different about this game compared to PUBG is you can deploy your glider, and then you can also put it away and start skydiving again. So say you want to like get a little bit more distance, you can deploy this, fly a little bit, give yourself a little bit of room, and then start skydiving again. It really allows you to reach pretty much anywhere in the map. And see, like I said, I'm going to a named location. I got a couple guys coming down here too. They're going to my favorite house, which is this one on the right. I'm gonna go left, just because. You open these chests, they usually contain the best loot. And just like PUBG, you'll run around and basically look for different guns and stuff like that. But you don't have to worry about attachments in this game, because it's not like an aim down the sight kind of shooter. So, let's see. I'm already pretty much like set to how I like to be set up. Just a rifle and a nice shotgun. This game, the weapons go by a rarity system, and the rarer the weapon is, the more damage and the more accurate it is. So the rarity system is basically like the same as any MMO or anything like that, where it goes white, green, blue, purple, gold. I believe they're going to add another tier of rarity at some point, but it's not in the game currently. I'm surprised I haven't been shot at yet, because 2 other people landed here. Let's see. One of the things that really makes this game stand out compared to PUBG is the building system. I'll kind of show you that here. It allows you to really kind of get some advantages over your opponents. Now, that's one thing I haven't mastered yet, is building. There's some guys where you'll literally shoot at them, and within seconds they'll have a shelter built with stairs, and they'll be returning fire at you. I am not at that level yet. I struggle to build 3 walls with a set of stairs. So, in fact, most of the time I just don't build, unless I'm trying to get over terrain or whatever. I really shouldn't be sticking around here, because I know there's guys, and I'm really not trying to get eliminated this early. But at the same rate, I have no idea where they're at, and this place seems to be unlooted. I think that was a guy in that window. You can also destroy pretty much any object by shooting at it or using your pickaxe, and it's a good idea to farm for materials. The only reason I'm not farming right now is because I don't want to make too much noise. And somebody's in my house. I'm pretty decent with a shotgun, but you know, I'm really not too good at this game. Double. Nice. I think that's both guys who landed here, so as you can see, I'm pretty not great. But you know what? I did what I needed to do to get the kills, so there we go. Shotguns are pretty awesome in this game. I'll just say that. I could drink one of these slurp juices. The slurps heal your health and your shield, but they do it like 1 point per second for 30 seconds. So that'll actually allow me to get above 50 shields right now. I forgot this chest. Oh my god, this place is Slurp Central. Dude, I've never had more than one Slurp Juice, and I've already gotten 3. So if I die, I'm going to be pretty upset. Also, usually when I drop here, I get pretty bad circles. I typically have to run halfway across the map, but right now I'm actually doing pretty well. For time, I can give it like 10 more seconds before I start moving. And I have a lot of shield potions too. Honestly, this is my setup. A rifle. I like the burst rifle. That's what this is, the 3-shot burst rifle. And a blue shotgun, which I've already gotten 2 kills with. Another part of this game that's kind of tough is the control scheme. Like, it takes a while to get used to. Especially when you're switching from building to shooting to jumping and everything else in between. Like, I think one of the things that takes the longest is getting used to the controls. Now, you could just sit. If you wanted to, you could just sit somewhere on the map inside the circle and wait it out. But that is not my style. I mean, I'll do it every once in a while, especially when it gets into the lower numbers, when it's like 10 or under. I mean, you really have to use sound and stuff to your advantage, so you don't want to be moving around like a crazy person. I also try to take all the ammo, even if I'm not using guns for it. And like I said, everything's pretty much destructible. You can just go around hitting stuff, collecting materials. You need it for building. Each material is stronger than the next, so you got wood, which is the weakest. It can be destroyed with only a couple shots. Metal. Stone is the second. That's pretty strong with the use. And then of course you get the let's see, where's this boy at? I'm trying to just be slightly quiet so I can hear. He built a staircase, but I didn't see where it was at. Sounds like he's outside to the left, aka the west of the house. Could go after him. Oh, no, he's in the house. On the second story. He built a bunch of traps. Hopefully he comes down this staircase so I can blap him. Let's see, where are you, boy? Dude, he's like right here, but he's not looking out the window. Sit her down. God. I'll take that blue. Actually, I like this one. Oh, come on. That's my luck usually in this game. Like, I'm pretty decent at gunplay. Not amazing, but I'm pretty decent. And, you know, I don't ever have awful games. But when it comes down to, like, the last couple people, you get those people who are really good at building. And I'm not too good at building yet. So I usually wind up losing down at the bottom of the list. We're just going to return to lobby. There's no point in watching the end. Sometimes I like to, if I think the guy who killed me has a good shot to win, I like to just spectate them, just to watch them and learn some stuff. But I don't think that guy's going to win. He didn't seem too skilled to me. So I'm going to try to keep the length around about 30 minutes, which if this was PUBG, that would be literally impossible, because those games range from 45 minutes to an hour apiece. That's another thing I like about Fortnite. You can easily get away with a 15-20 minute game and feel fulfilled with what you've done. You know, I got 3 kills that game, close to 4. I feel pretty good for my first game of the day. Just a little bit of a warm-up. I should say I've actually not won a game of this yet. But then again, I only play solo. And solo's a little bit harder because you actually have to beat all 100 people. And you don't have anybody helping you. But PUBG, I have won several games, solo and with groups. This game does seem a bit harder because the building dynamic adds a lot. I mean, you wouldn't think that like just having the ability to put up a couple walls and a staircase would really change the entire game. But that's what happened. I mean, this almost feels like a completely different game. And, you know, like I said, some people don't like it because it's not as realistic or it's kind of cartoony. And, you can't do stuff like aim down your sights or whatever. But I don't even think PUBG does a good job at that. Like, I think PUBG's game gunplay is pretty awful. Now, like I said, it's been several months since I've played, so, you know, it could have changed, but I doubt it has. I didn't even plan this, I'm just going in. Going in hot. I highly expect there to be several boys here. One. I see one boy. Shieldy. Let's go. I'll take a shieldy. There's some games where I play the entire game and I almost never have a shield. And then there's games like last game where I had so many shield potions, it was ridiculous. And of course, not a gun, just ammo. I really shouldn't go over there. Should run to the north. See what I can pick up. I think one of the things that makes this game go so fast is a lot of people just come here for, like, shooting practice, so they'll, like, go into a super spicy area and just try to get kills to practice gunplay. And I think that's totally viable. Everyone should do that, just to get better with shooting. But I don't feel like it's necessary. Like, I didn't do that at all, and you saw me last game, I got 3 kills. Half the time, the people I see that win the game, you know, don't have more than 5 kills. So, and the name of the game isn't Team Deathmatch. You're literally playing to survive. I think a lot of people come in thinking, oh, I'm going to get the most kills, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But really, if you can avoid a gunfight, you should. And I say that, and then I get... Okay then, boy. Yep, he's taunting me. Whatever, buddy. Whatever. Okay, we'll try one more before I cut this video off. Maybe we'll go a little bit spicier. That was just bad on my part. I engaged too far off with the shotgun. And sometimes you have to pick your encounters. You have to make sure you can get the kill before you start shooting. You don't want to be shooting and then have them spin around and kill you instead. See, I should have scouted the area a little bit more before I engaged there, because that guy completely caught the other person and me off guard, and he basically got 2 kills. Yeah. And, I don't understand why I was doing so little damage, but I felt like that second guy should have been dead, because according to the hit markers, I hit him at least 3 times with a green shotgun. But, you know what? That's the game's discretion. It's more practice for me. I think I'll go snobby again. I don't like to jump at the beginning though, because you'll watch, you'll see like, look at all those people. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna go to the nose woods. That's a tough one too, because if you don't get stuff right off the bat, you're not gonna get anything basically. There's only a few little shacks in the woods here. Luckily, this one's not too hard to land in, although it is kind of a target. A lot of experienced players come here, or at least that's been my observation. Whenever I land here, it's usually amongst people who are really good at building and shooting. Okay then. Well, I know there's guns up here. Oh, well, I know there's drops up here. Another thing, like PUBG, there's just too much. Too much loot. There's armor, there's ammo, there's guns, there's medical supplies, there's energy drinks. It's just too much for me to, like, appreciate it. Maybe that doesn't make sense, but that's how I feel. This game is so simple. You land, you pick stuff up. You got 5 slots. You want to switch something out, you get rid of something you don't want in your 5 slots. You want everything in your 5 slots? Well, then you probably shouldn't pick up what you're trying to pick up. At least that's how I look at it. I guarantee there's people over here too. But I said we're going spicy, so let's do it. Ooh, bullets. Never skimp on ammo. You should always be picking up whatever ammo you can, because you never know when you're going to need extra. Usually the lodge here is pretty good. There we go. Shieldy. Bursty. There we go. I hate when you don't get shields during the game. It's so awful because, it's so easy to destroy somebody's shields. There we go. I don't know why I'm picking up all these assault rifles. I really only need the burst one. I think the majority of my kills have been with the burst rifle. The assault rifle's alright, but it has too much, like, weapon bloom, is what they call it. Some people really don't like that feature. I think it goes along with, like, the cartoony nature of the game, but it is kind of annoying at times. I'm definitely not going to say that I like it, but I don't think it detracts from the game. I just think it means you have to, think more when you're engaging. just picked it up. Forgot I had a free slot. Oh, and the burst rifle is actually almost as good as the shotgun at close range, because it just does so much damage. I mean, I still think the shotgun is better, but if I didn't have a shotgun, if I wasn't able to get one, it would not be sad to have a burst rifle. I don't want that. Let's pick this up. Yeah, I know, I'm kind of wasting 25 shield here, but to be honest, it's not a bad thing. Probably just get rid of this FSL right. The bursty is not as good at a long range, but I mean, medium range, short range, it's pretty great. And most encounters in this game are not super long range. I mean, if they get out there, then it's usually just like sniper rifle territory anyways. There's so many ammo crates here. The only time I've seen more ammo crates than here is the RV park. That thing is pumped full of them. Let's go. Gotta start moving. I've been pretty lucky with circles today. Another thing that kind of bothers people about this game is the fact that it's like so reliant on jumping and like side strafing, but that's just the nature of like these arcadey third-person shooters. Like Epic makes games like Unreal Tournament and Gears of War. Like if you've ever seen those games online, literally all people do is jump around and side strafe. Oh, and here's the RV park. There's probably a ton more ammo cans in here. I'll just keep picking up ammo. If somebody kills me, they'll be super lucky. Oh, this place is looted. But I bet you they don't know where all of the chests are. Not that I know where all the chests are, but I know where some of them are. People also, a lot of the time, don't spend enough time looting. Or at least I feel like they don't. And look at how fast it goes. You know, I've been playing for, I don't know, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and it's already at 29 people left, and it's still the first circle. In PUBG, you'd still have like 60 people left because a lot of people just camp. And also the map is huge. The map is like, I don't remember, it's like 25 kilometers or something, which is just ridiculous. Like, you don't need that big of a map for a multiplayer game where the whole point of it is to get in and out and play multiple games per session. I think this map size is perfect. Like, you can learn the locations easily. You know, you can learn the drops easily, and you can traverse the map really easily. Like, I could probably go from one side of the island to the other, no problem. In the time that it takes for the circle to even start contracting. I'm kind of not doing the optimal strategy here, because I typically would skirt along the circle's edge and try to avoid combat, but we're getting up to the 30-minute mark here of recording, so I would like this to be the last episode, and I kind of want to get into a gunfight. Oh, some syrup juice, how nice. I heard a gunshot somewhere. I think I'm gonna drop the smoke grenades. They are not vital for my survival. Explosives in this game are really overpowered, and you should definitely be using them on people, because they do a ton of damage and they also destroy structures. So if you come up against somebody who's really good at building, chuck grenades at them. That's what I do. Seems to work decently well. There's got to be boys over here. Look at that. That's loot. Somebody died. And it's pretty well within the circle, so I would say There's got to be somebody in this town. I just don't want to get sniped. Most of my deaths are from either getting sniped or getting caught off guard from behind and then not being able to recover quick enough. Although I use my tactics as a rifleman in the Marine Corps, and it typically works pretty well. And all you really have to do is return fire. It doesn't have to be directly at them. Just return fire in their direction, get to some kind of cover, and then you return your accurate fire. That's what once you get behind your cover, then you start actually trying your best to hit them. See that guy building up there? I'm gonna chuck some grenades at him. And there's another structure over here. And a Goldie over there. Nice. I don't think I'll win this encounter just because, like I said, building is not my strong suit. But if I can catch this guy off guard, that would be great. He probably already sees me. I always do that too. I switch to my pickaxe. Oh, snap, son. Gotcha. See, look, I'm not good at building. But I kind of want him to try to rush me. Oh, he's up here. The way I play against builders is I just try to, like, trick them. Like that. Fuck you, buddy. There we go. We're in this. I can run with green guns all day. There's so many people who just go, you know, I'd rather have purple and gold guns. But to be completely honest, I can run with this. Slurp juice is so slow. Alright. I thought those were a couple good games. I mean, consistently top 25. Getting pretty close to the top 10. Like I said, I'm pretty new at this game. Been playing it for a week. I'd say, you know, I'm on that learning curve. I just need to practice building and keep working on getting better. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you'll like, comment, subscribe, I'll definitely be uploading some more Fortnite footage shortly. Alright guys, have a good one.